Another episode of MVWF Ground Zero. Tonight, we have quite the special event for you to hear today. I, Damian Andrews, Thrall of the Shadow King, will be your play-by-play man in this very rare interpromotional event. Tonight, the headline reads, as a result of the NXT contingent invading our show in Portland, Oregon a couple of weeks ago, chanting NXT all night long in the face of these MVWF competitors, it has sparked a flame in the wrestling world, bringing these two contingencies face to face for supremacy. As a result of that, MVWF owner Brandon Bones, former MVWF champion G-Man Ryan Crawford, and AJ the Giant invaded the NXT show in Lowell, Massachusetts this past Saturday. And now many of those competitors will be facing each other here tonight. It's MVWF versus NXT in our opening match tonight. 6-man tag team match. Ladder match as Ricochet, the Velveteen Dream, and Aleister Black team up to face off against the White Side, Awesome Ron Awesome, and the MVWF World's Heavyweight Champion, Ryan Doyle, in a ladder match for brand supremacy. To be followed up by returning to NXT, Tucker Knight of Heavy Machinery, just Tucker these days, arriving with his tag team partner, apparently just Otis, going one-on-one with MVWF Tag Team Champion Adrian Knight, who specifically called out Tucker Knight, asking ye shall receive, even though Tucker Knight is technically mostly identified with NXT, but only recently has been bouncing between Raw and SmackDown. And of course, Adrian Knight will be accompanied by his World Tag Team Championship partner, Mr. Nightmare. Also tonight, the Giant, Matt Riddle. Welcome to the Giant, AJ the Giant said to Matt Riddle when he challenged him in the parking lot outside the Lowell Memorial Auditorium last Saturday and laid down the classic Universal line, welcome to the Giant. Matt Riddle just said, bro. He was probably as high as I am right now. And also outside in the parking lot, Brandon Bones getting in the face of Johnny Gargano, laying down the line here in an anything goes ultimate sacrifice tournament style match like we saw a few weeks back in the MVWF as North American champion Johnny Gargano will face Brandon Bones. Here tonight, boy, that one is two of the greatest main event wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling. And of course, both of them known for kind of the same thing, that having almost these novelty championship title matches that kind of pad their resume, but generally speaking, coming up in the short end of the stick when it comes to some of their hottest rivalries and biggest matches. But of course, they are two of the greatest main event style wrestlers ever, if you catch my meaning here, in that, you know, they've lost some of the greatest matches in wrestling history, and now they go face to face here where one of them has to win and one of them has to lose. And of course, in our main event, G-Man Ryan Crawford cutting the scathing promo against the NXT UK champion, Pete Dunne, when he said to him that he was his second choice because Tommaso Ciampa refused to wrestle on this event. No championships on the line here, but what a main event we have to get things started here in NXT versus WF. And of course, in some of the trade-offs here, I, Damian Andrews, doing the play-by-play event. And NXT gets all the rest of the accoutrements. I think we get the watermark. These are just some of the negotiations that you have to tolerate here. Well, for the first time here in Birmingham, England, the MVWF goes into enemy territory to what is essentially an NXT show with the MVWF play-by-play man providing commentary. And we are about to get started here. Got to give credit where it's due. Halftime Heat was the fucking shiznit, as was the NXT Lowell show that Brandon Bones has posted. So we'll be posting some footage. Remember the Sweet Caroline video that he posted at the show that he went to prior. But the MVWF made its presence known, and now we've got both brands firing warning shots across the bow and now having to make good and put their money where their mouth is here tonight. And we are opening up with probably one of the hottest ways ever as some of the hottest wrestlers in professional wrestling in a six-man tag ladder match. Oh, and Ricochet gets slammed hard by the Awesome One. Lots of questions about the future of Awesome Ron Awesome in the MVWF. Oh, and the champion now laying in those forearms in the upstart Velveteen Dream. And Whiteside ready to smash Aleister Black? Apparently not. Catches the foot, spins him around, clothesline on the floor. And Ricochet, what's this move he's going for here? Oh man, just slammed him right down in something of a half Samoan drop, half gory special. Oh, and Whiteside just slaps Aleister Black in the face. Action spilling all over the ringside area. Hard to call all of this stuff here as Ricochet is all alone. 2-on-1 inside the ring, while Whiteside is 2-on-1 outside the ring with Black and Dream. Headbutt to Ricochet. And you can hear the fans in the crowd chanting for NXT, the MVWF in. It's an away game for them tonight. Not sure what Aleister Black is waiting for. Oh, and he hits his own tag team partner. Remember, they were rivals. Velveteen Dream made Aleister Black say his name. Oh, and he gets biffed in the face with the ladder and a headbutt. With Awesome Ron Awesome. And another straight headbutt by the Awesome One. I'll tell you what, Aleister Black versus Ron Awesome would be an amazing one-on-one match. A rare occasion to see Ron Awesome and Ryan Doyle team, as they've been mostly rivals their careers in the MVWF. And look at that, leapfrogs over the top rope with the right hand. Off the ropes goes the Velveteen Dream, and drops the Hulkster leg on the Whiteside. Oh, and Ron Awesome from behind with the ladder. And Ricochet manages to take it away from him. Velveteen Dream pulling himself up by the ropes. He's vulnerable now, and he gets decked by the Whiteside, and now... Oh, man, and the 619 sends Ron Awesome head first into the ladder. Oh, look at the flipping Hurricane Rana. And someone has drawn first blood out there. Oh, man, and Doyle, the champion, face first into the edge of that ladder. Not sure if Ricochet didn't get the worst of that. And now he's going for the ladder, and the champion, the MVWF champion, is alone in the ring. And Ricochet may have found his way up. Oh, Black Mass! Ricochet is all by himself as NXT has totally played goalie here, and Ryan Doyle needs to stop him. Oh, and he pulled the letter. Ricochet, so beat up, could not get the briefcase separated from the carabiner, and Doyle power bombs him from hanging off the rope. And this match beginning to take a toll. The Victory Dojo both down now. Aleister Black over the top rope. And Ron Awesome laying him in. That ladder standing in the corner. Look out behind you. The Velveteen Dream drops a big elbow on Whiteside. Ron Awesome needs to stop this. Ricochet for the second time in the match now. Going after that briefcase, and he was interrupted. Oh, and down he goes. Oh, man. And so far, so good on what I said is literally the first time in the MVWF's history they've had an away game. Hot and heavy, and now for the first time, the MVWF looking to go after that briefcase to try and win this match. Whiteside outside doing the Neutron dance. And the MVWF is poised to win this thing as he's got it, and the MVWF wins. But watch right here. It didn't come without a price here. Black Mass, the spin kick. Ron Awesome's headbutt interrupted by a forearm. And Dream dropped that devastating elbow on Whiteside. You would have thought with all that offense they would have won this match. And look at that spine buster. Ricochet catching his elbow. He's about to take the Granite State elbow. And here, Ron Awesome takes out Ricochet, leaving Doyle all the room in the world.
Here are your winners.
And the bloody face of Whiteside
Awesome Ron
means he survives this one.
And the Urban Gladiator, Ryan D.
And these MVWF legends victorious here tonight over NXT. I would like to remind everyone, too, the Shadow King is coming. He is going to change the MVWF in fundamental ways. But tonight, the MVWF Tag Team Champions are going to go against the well-recognized team from NXT, which I will continue to say they are from NXT until they finally land on a brand on the main roster. But Adrian Knight called out Tucker Knight. And a power move by the Stakes and Weights Provocateur. These guys got some big shoes to fill. That was a hot opener. This match, 15-minute time limit. And a 10 count on the headbutts to the turnbuckle. And missed that stomp. Tucker Knight quick to his feet right there. Over the top rope goes Adrian Knight. Of course, the Kingdom of Nightmares won the World Tag Team Championship in the MVWF last week against the Rock and Roll Express, finally putting those underdog champions away. Adrian Knight now set him up. Kick to the midsection. Another kick to the midsection. And a clothesline. Adrian Knight looking to break down the member of Heavy Machinery. Goes for the first cover of the match. 1 count only. Tucker Knight still in this. Nice series of moves right there. Nicely done by Adrian Knight. And this crowd chanting NXT at Adrian Knight. Oh, look at the power of Tucker Knight. Sends him down in a stomp, keeping it simplistic here. Tucker Knight doesn't do anything that he doesn't have to do, or that he's incapable of. Meanwhile, his tag team partner Otis staying at ringside, cheer him on. Excuse me. Still under the weather here as a result of being a thrall of the Shadow King. And no, look at that. Tucker Knight may have been sucking him in right there. Oh, and Adrian Knight makes him pay for his transgressions with the clothesline. Back and forth. And a clothesline over the top rope. Swatted that drop kick away. Nice roll through. Oh, man. High cross body on the floor. Arm drag as this one might be getting a little out of control. These two guys just starting to brawl outside the ring. And Adrian Knight, apparently his temper boiling over here. Oh, and that might change the pace of this one. Tucker Knight devastated in the corner. Drops him down. Senton splash. Two count. He got him. Adrian Knight puts Tucker Knight away. And the MVWF goes up 2-0. Look at that. Tucker Knight looks strong here. But Adrian Knight just put together several combinations of moves that were just insurmountable, that any man would be overwhelmed by. Dragged him away from the ropes. No rope break going to happen here. And Adrian Knight with a dominant victory over Tucker Knight.
Here is your winner, Adrian Knight.
Congratulations to him and to the MVWF, of course, which will soon be under the Iron Fist control of the Shadow King. Adrian Knight with his first singles victory of Season 2. Repeat after me, folks. Welcome to the Giant. AJ the Giant threw the gauntlet down against NXT newcomer Matt Riddle. Undefeated in NXT so far. Stole the show in Lowell when he teamed with Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch against the Forgotten Sons. And they whooped their ass. Half-hour time limit. Look at this. Wow, that Giant opens up with super-powered strength. Just threw Matt Riddle and just swats him away. Boom! Look at this. Matt Riddle in shitloads of trouble now. And the Giant, well, you know what he wants to say. Welcome to the Giant. Nice arm drag. Bit of a defensive move there by Matt Riddle. Press slam. Boom! Man, he is a hot starter this year. Matt Riddle, though, super strong. So many power moves that he laid out at NXT Lowell. Just throwing dudes around with gut-wrench suplexes. Off the ropes he goes. Drops down. Matt Riddle. Oh, and gets introduced to the size and girth of the former MVWF Tag Team Champion and perennial tournament finalist. Big boot by the Giant. Going for the cover, might as well. 1 count only. Oh, and Matt Riddle from behind had to do something to compensate for this overwhelming impact that the Giant has had thus far. Oh, man, and he wants to damage that arm. Goes for the cover. 1 count only. Matt Riddle sends the Giant off the ropes. Powerful. Matt Riddle shrugs off the elbow. And an elbow smash of his own. And the power of the Giant nips right up, and look at the agility. Of course, we saw a huge moonsault from him about a month ago. Matt Riddle not responding to the Giant's taunts. Nicely done. Riddle showing some ability to recover. And a leg drop. As now he's starting to multifaceted his attack and goes for another quick cover. He's not going to get it that quick, and another 1 count. Oh, with those MMA elbows. And now after the other arm, he stomped on both elbows there, trying to take away perhaps the Giant elbow drop. Or just all around the Giant's upper body strength. And look at that clothesline takedown. Grabbing him by the head. Almost a reverse bulldog. And Riddle slowed the Giant's momentum here. And again, we see the same pattern in the Giant where he starts off hot. And eventually the match starts slipping through his fingers, and eventually someone is going to take that all the way if he doesn't stop that kind of thing from happening. And now, the Giant starting to turn it around a little bit here. And another one of those Riddle dogs. And another neck-breaker snapmare move. Mr. Perfect Style goes for another quick cover and gets himself probably his 3rd or 4th 1 count of the match. Riddle's strategy starting to unfold here. Oh, man, it just raked the eyes. Sticking the thumbs right in the eyes and knocks the bottom out. What is Riddle made of here? 1, 2 count only. And the Giant thought he might have had him there. What a match we are seeing. Back and forth, Riddle trying to stay in this. The Giant, big boot this time doesn't work. Saw it coming into the corner. Side step. Snapmares him over. Headbutt blocked. Forearm swatted away. The Giant just has so much size. Up with the shoulder. Boom! Welcome to the Giant. Oh, rear waist lock. Oh, man, and drops him with the Star Destroyer. Fires him into the corner. The Giant feeling this momentum. Calling for it. Boom! Snowplow! And now poised. Wants to put the exclamation point on it. But Riddle counters him. He should have gone for the cover. As the Giant botched it up on the shoulders. Powerful Matt Riddle. Oh, man. Michinoku driver. 1, 2. And the Giant gets the shoulder up. Strangely enough, Riddle has not relied on any of his knee strikes tonight, but plenty of his power. He's dealing with an opponent who is much bigger than he is. Oh, he was going to go for those elbows again, but the Giant want nothing to do with that. Go grabs him by the face. Choke slam blocked. Nice combination by Riddle. He's going back after the arms. And a 4th or 5th 1 count here tonight. Riddle cannot seem to get more than a 1 count. Getting over on the pain threshold of the Giant. That clothesline to the back of the neck may have rocked the Giant. Back body drop. The Giant got underneath him, using that lower center of gravity when he was on the ground to get underneath Riddle. Welcome to the Giant, he says, calling perhaps for the Giant elbow. Oh, and a clothesline, and Riddle getting a second wind all of a sudden. The Giant bails out of the match. He's outside the ring now, and here comes Riddle out after him. I don't know how good an idea that is. Oh, and a wild left. And Riddle thrown to the ground. Ooh, man, what was that? Oh, the Giant just throws him into the post with a heel. The Giant, well, he just casually walks back into the ring and took his eye off of Matt Riddle there for a moment. And then he eats an elbow. He might have been trying to recover from something, and a jawbreaker may have busted the Giant open. Perhaps Riddle trying to shift gears on his approach. Oh, nice DDT from the left side. And Riddle upsets the Giant. Well, that might have been the moment right there where AJ the Giant thought he had it all. What a match between these two, as Matt Riddle, I would have to say, with something of an upset. That kick, look at this right here, boom! He might have wanted to go for that, for the finish right there, but he did not do that. Riddle showed power using the Michinoku driver to drop him on his head.
Here is your winner, Matt Riddle.
So no clean sweep for the MVWF, thanks to Matt Riddle. And the Giant is outside on the ground, just rocked. Well, that was a hell of a match. You know, and that's, if you were anybody else in the MVWF or NXT or the wrestling world at large, if you had to follow that match, you were in trouble. But if there were any two guys out there that could do it, it's Brandon Bones versus Johnny Gargano. Ring the bell. Whoa, look at that. Bones opening up with a tornado. Look at the tan on Gargano. Look at how pale Brandon Bones is. And off the ropes, Bones. Knee strike and a neck breaker. And a twisting moonsault. And Bones going for the cover right away. Bones going to try and just pull the rug out from underneath everybody. Oh, Hurricane Rana. Gargano out of nowhere. A straight kick to the spine. And this match is anything goes. It's a tournament of death match, and now Gargano has a baseball bat, and Bones fights it away from him, but gets punched in the face. The fuck was that? Gargano obsessed with that baseball bat. Look out, boom! Oh my god, Bones got the elbow on the inside, saving his own life. And that bat landed perfectly on its end in the corner. And Bones now up in the electric chair. Gargano gonna take the one-winged angel. Hooks the leg one. Try to get this one over with, and Gargano fights out of the pin. Uppercut. Snapmares him over. Kick to the spine again, and Bones is gonna get tired of that shit. Drop kick to the spine. Bones decides he's had enough of that, and now picks him up again. And another one-winged angel, but does not bother going for the pin this time. Oh, there he does. He wanted to taunt him first. And again, another one count. Oh, man. Just stepping on the back of his neck, and this pro NXT crowd booing Brandon Bones, the owner of the MVWF. And look at this now, into the cattle mutilation. Gargano being tested here, and he turns it over, breaking the pressure and elbows his way free. Low drop kick, Bones keeps control. And this crowd booing Brandon Bones, who misses the drop kick in the corner. You can see they're clearly behind Johnny Gargano, who knocks Bones off the apron. Gargano will fight you anywhere in the arena, as his history is shown. Rights and lefts by the perennial underdog. Spin kick. Of course, this match is anything goes. It's an ultimate sacrifice tournament, just like we saw the Kevin Welch one. Elbow drop connects. But Bones gets a jawbreaker for his troubles. Oh man, key crusher. And Gargano now paying Bones back. Right behind, look at this. Oh man, a nice kick right there. Bones collapses into the corner. Oh, battering ram. Is Bones gonna be okay? But he's going for it. Bones trying to regain control of this match in the Goodnight Irene. Nice counter move by Johnny Gargano. Gets himself free. And Bones just absorbing the boos of this crowd. They are distracting him. Lets Gargano down. Refuses to give them a big move and clotheslines Gargano out of the ring. Decides to go for the cover. Doesn't even get a 1 count. Oh, and those loser WWE announcers better watch out. And this crowd firmly behind Johnny Gargano. Oh, thrown through the air. Goes for the cover. One count only on Brandon Bones, the first attempt by Johnny Gargano. And there's that drop kick he nailed earlier. Oh man, lands the elbow. Goes for the cover. This is more just to taunt him at this point. Strong kick out by Bones. Gargano now to try and take away the legs of Brandon Bones. Never been a good strategy to attack Bones' legs. He's been strong in that department his whole career. Oh, what's this? Oh, super kick, nowhere to go in the corner. And now he's back after the bat, and he nails him in the chest. Guess that's all he wanted to do with it. No. He's changed his mind. Look out, Bones. Bones does not want to get hit with that bat again. Then again, neither is Gargano. And that bat was as much of a distraction for Bones to nail that DDT. Oh, man. Now Gargano starting to pick Bones apart piece by piece. And Bones kicks out. And vintage Brandon Bones with the heel kick goes for the cover. As these two guys trying to one-up each other. Oh, and Gargano almost got caught. And Bones arguing with the WWE referee. Nice sidestep. Bones kicks him in the leg. Pain him back a little bit up on the shoulders. Gargano gets free. Pancakes him down. Bones rolls under the bottom rope and now pulling himself up. And gets knocked off the apron with a big right hand. And now the Gargano escape. Bones in big trouble. Don't let him put you in a submission hold, Bones. And again, Brandon Bones just impossible to make submit. Oh man, face first into the ringside crowd barrier. Ah, shit. Fucked up my microphone. Nice arm drag, saving his life out there. That bat is still in play. Into the corner now, drop kick misses. Bones not staying there. Well, nice high kick. Back and forth, fired into the corner. Gargano sends him across the ring. And a running uppercut rocks his fucking Casbah. Elbow drop. Gargano maybe playing it a little bit safe here. Going for perhaps a tequila sunrise. Nope. Back after that arm. Submission hold, but Bones again. Forward roll, gets his way free. And a belly-to-belly suplex on the bat. Spin kick. Bones now sends him off the ropes. High. Back leg round kick. Pair of them. Turns him around, neck breaker on the bat again. Another vintage Brandon Bones heel kick. Fuck you, NXT crowd, he says. Kiss my ass. 1, 2, no! And that would have been a bad time to take a 3 count as far as NXT is concerned, because Bones would have won the entire event on points right there. And now, perhaps he's still focused on the Good Night Irene. Gargano breaks free and rolls his way out for a second time. And that time, the low drop kick didn't work. Chop to the chest. Gargano was distracted by trying to grab that bat, which he has been obsessed with this entire match. And Bones just measuring his kicks. Breaking Gargano down. And the crowd booing Bones. DDT! Oh my God! Did you see Brandon Bones bounce off the apron head first? What a move by Gargano! Oh man! Full Nelson slam! Gargano escape. Will Bones tap? He just took that DDT. He's totally hurt right now. But Bones, oh, and Gargano lets him go. Gargano may be making a big mistake here. No, he wants to pin him where everyone can see it. 1, 2. Bones kicks out at 2. Tremendous match we are seeing here between two of the best in the world. Gargano needs to hit that big move, but Bones with a wild right hand and a slap. He is just throwing whatever he can at Gargano to try and keep control. Now behind, race lock. Good night, Irene, one more time. Choking him out with the transmission. Gargano in big trouble now. Oh, elbow to the kidneys. And rolls through again. Traps him. The Bret Hart finish. 2. Go! Man, and Bones just escaped in time. I thought he had him. Vintage Brennan Bones heel kick. 1, 2. Gargano is knocked out. And Bones wins. And the MVWF wins the night. And right there, the battering ram into the corner. Bones took everything Gargano had. Gargano tried that counter a couple of different times. The last time being a straight-on pin attempt where he had Bones locked up, and boy, that was a close count. And this pro NXT crowd all over Brandon Bones.
Here is your winner, the boss, Brandon Boone.
Brandon Bones, you dumb bitch.
AJ the Giant.
What? Why did she say AJ the Giant? All right. Well, a couple of tremendous matches here, and now we move on to finally our main event. Pete Dunne versus He-Man Ryan Crawford. And they tie up in the corner. And there's the crowd again. Their NXT chants. Nice move, counter move here. Pete Dunne working over the arm of He-Man Ryan Crawford. Right behind, German suplex. German suplex, as perhaps the He-Man's strategy was to lull Pete Dunne into a submission battle and then started busting out the big, heavy wrestling throws. Face first into the turnbuckle, tonight's most popular move. Blocks the stomp in the corner. He-Man having none of it, but he eats it anyway. Wow, look at that. Dragon Sleeper with the body scissors. Pete Dunne rolls through and got himself free. Pete Dunne a little overwhelmed here. Perhaps he's never heard of He-Man Ryan Crawford. Not sure if he ever pays attention to the MVWF. I would say that would be unlikely. But of course, Pete Dunne has been the NXT UK champion for well over 600 days. The longest reigning champion of the modern era. And now the half crab by the He-Man, who may have downshifted back into the submission battle. Can't seem to rid myself of this sinus infection. Oh, a stomp to the face. Pete Dunne, waist locks him up in the air. Power bomb, sit out power bomb. Pete Dunne goes for the cover, but He-Man kicks out before even the 1 count. And over the top rope goes the NXT UK champion. And Crawford just taunting him to get back into the ring. Uglies. Kick to the guts. Crawford perhaps setting up for a submission. And now he's gone after the legs. Of course, he loves to employ that ankle lock that he used so expertly during the early part of his career in Season 1. But Pete Dunne just biting the fingers of the He-Man. Oh, and drops a knee across the hamstrings, and again, this time right there on the calf muscle and the shin. Pete Dunne has no respect for his opponents when he's in the ring with them. And a 1 count on the He-Man. Takes him down. Another sit-out powerbomb. Decides that perhaps He-Man is tougher than he might have thought. Decides not to go for the cover and waste his time. And now another half crab by the He-Man. Working the knee, the lower back, and the ankle, if he's doing it right. Pete Dunne is also can be a grinder out there, picking a body part, turning it into a hamburger, and then applying a submission that you just don't have the constitution to escape. And now perhaps he's looking for the X-Plex. Nope. Suplex into the cross arm breaker, but Pete Dunne turning him over and around as He-Man gets countered from his counter. And look at this right here. Oh, man. I think Pete Dunne had some sympathy pains right there. For Crawford, hard to kill. That's a DDT. He loves that DDT from the left side. And another quick cover. We've been seeing a lot of that tonight. And Dunne kicks out at 2. Crawford now poised, stalking Pete Dunne. And there it is. He's going for his Kimura. Crawford's Kimura, but oh man, Pete Dunne fights his way out of it. Doesn't get trapped. And over the shoulder. Reverse DDT. Crawford now. Well, he's not getting booed by this NXT crowd. I'll give him that much. Oh, look at this. Backflips over the top. Pete Dunne underneath. Clotheslines him down. And Crawford feeling the momentum. Left side DDT. Will it be enough? No, Pete Dunne kicks out at 2. And now Crawford in complete control. Turns the arm. But Dunne felt it coming, counters his way free. Tremendous series of moves into the small package. 1, 2, he got him! Crawford got caught, and Pete Dunne, who was Crawford's second choice, makes him eat shit. Crawford was in complete control of everything. Well, NXT wins in the main event, but the MVWF wins the totality of the matches. Crawford, overconfident there at the end. But why wouldn't he be? He had everything in control.
Here is your winner, Pete Dunne.
And the former MVWF champion protesting the 3 count. What an event we've seen here tonight, folks. I am Damian Andrews. The Shadow King is coming. The MVWF victorious tonight. But Pete Dunne got the last laugh. Well, at our next show, folks, well, I can't really tell you too much about it, see, because something's about to happen. The MVWF is about to change in a very fundamental way. But the MVWF World Tag Team Championships will be defended by the Kingdom of Nightmares against Kyle Empire and the Destroyer, Nick Jackson, the Jackson Boys, in our main event. And then, of course, after that, the big pay-per-view. Well, next week we will find out who the #1 contender will be for the MVWF Championship to be defended at Kings of War. The big pay-per-view featuring the next main event that'll have an MVWF World Heavyweight Championship title defense by Ryan Doyle, the champion. So until next time, I'm Damian Andrews. Good night.